This is my game. Greetings and welcome back to another Peepalicious episode of the Vodkast. I'm your host, as always, Mr. Peeps a lot. With us today is the Sour Strawberry Peeps. Why are they sour? I don't often think of strawberry and sour together as one thing. I usually think of, when I think of a sour fruit, strawberry is not what I think of. But I can see it, if it's a little underripe or something like that, it's a little sharp. I can get with that. But I thought we'd give these a whirl today. I also wanted to give a shout out to JoJo's chocolate peanut butter covered sandwich cookies. I've reviewed them, and if you'd like to check out that video, it's right there for you. It's one of the best cookies I've ever eaten. I get them every time I go there, and the package does not last long. Unfortunately, I think there's only like 7 cookies in here, which is a really weird number. You think they'd do at least 10. I mean, come on. And talking about super fantastic things, let's give a shout out to our sponsor today. That's right, Tillamook Ice Cream. If you're not eating Tillamook, you're just eating shit. Not an actual sponsor. We just really love their ice cream. Now, before we bust into these Sour Strawberry Peeps, I want to tell you a quick little story. I went to McDonald's yesterday. I never go to McDonald's. I have not gone through a drive-thru at McDonald's myself and purchased something in 3 years, maybe. I've been through the drive-thru with other people, and sure, I've had a fry or two. And of course, I might have at some point along the way had a double quarter pounder just to celebrate my life. But at that point, I can't tell you any other time that I've been to McDonald's. So needless to say, I was shell-shocked by the price of things at McDonald's. Like, I knew inflation was a real thing. I see it happening with milk and eggs. Eggs are up and down, for the love of God. I used to be able to get 60 eggs for like under $8. And I think they went up to close to 20. They came back down to just under 10, and now they're back up to like 13. I know we're not here to talk about inflation, but like I said, this is my game. So if you'd like to play along at home, feel free. Anywho, the sticker shock was insane. The last time I bought a double cheeseburger, I think with tax, it was $2.10. It was, I think, $4.43 when I got one yesterday. I got one for the whole family. I was not expecting, when they told me the total, for it to be what it was. I honestly expected it to be less than half of what it was. And I had to look up and be like, are you kidding me? And so I paid for it because I just ordered it. But I could not believe. It's not convenient. It's not convenient. What's the word? It's not cheap anymore. It's not like your go-to cheap food. It's probably still the cheapest, which is absolutely the saddest thing I can imagine. But it's just I could not believe the prices. I was going to get a Shamrock Shake. I think a medium was like $5. I'm like, are you all right? Now I sound like an old person. Let's just eat some Peeps. I'm sorry. I'm off of my soapbox now. It was an experience like nothing I've ever had in my life. And I felt like, somebody's grandfather and, being like, oh, when I was a kid, you used to be able to get a cheeseburger for 29 cents. Remember that? Remember when you used to be able to get a cheeseburger for 20? I can't remember if that was an actual thing or not. I do remember, though, that they used to have the 10-cent, 20-cent day. It was to celebrate their anniversary once a year at McDonald's, and the line would be ridiculous. But you'd be like, hi, I'd like, 20 cheeseburgers. And they'd be like, okay, that's $4. And you'd be like, that's crazy. It's so crazy. Also, the vanilla ice cream that they use in their shakes, I got addicted to at one point when I was a little kid. And I used to make my mother go. She didn't drive, by the way, so she had to get rides. When they'd go on sale, they did a deal with that as well. I think it was 25 cents in the summer. She'd go and buy 8 of them and would freeze them because I could not live without that ice cream at that point in my life. I'd get freaky. I'd get a little shaky. All right, speaking of freaky and shaky, let's try the old Sour Strawberry Peeps. What do you say? Okay, that's weird. I didn't know if I was going to love them or hate them. The last time I think I had a Peep that was sour or something that wasn't sweet, I don't know why I put that in quotes, it almost tasted like throw up, and I started to get that kind of reaction in my mouth again until I got the strawberry flavor, and then it all made sense. Now I could take another bite of this, which I'm not going to because it's dusted with my forehead stuff. That's unique. That's different. That's a good Peep right there. I would highly recommend trying these. There's a bunch of new flavors. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but I'll share some pictures here on the screen to let you know. The Rice Krispie treats. That's one of them. That's weird, right? Because there's no Rice Krispies in it. I'm assuming it's just going to be marshmallow, but it's going to be... It's a weird, what was that movie there? An inside of it. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Inception. I never saw it, but the concept of it made sense. And it almost seems like a Rice Krispie flavored Peeps is just that. It's like we've gone beyond. Like we've run out of things to do, and we're like, all right, well, let's make things that taste like things to taste like the things they're supposed to taste like. Does that make sense? I think it did. Anywho, I forgot to score yesterday, so I'm not going to forget to score today's. I'm going to give this, in the world of Peeps, I'd give it an 8. It's above and beyond anything I expected it to be. It's tasty. It's definitely strawberry. It's a little sour. It's not like wicked sour. It's more tangy than sour. But it also satisfies that sour craving if you're into that sort of thing, which I really am. Speaking of which, here's another little tip for you. If you find yourself at Trader Joe's, get these either the sour or the non-sour Scandinavian Swivers. I did a review of them maybe a year ago, and they're still just as good as they were. I was really disappointed to find that they did not have the peanut butter cups. I love their peanut butter cups. They come in that little plastic thing. You can go ahead and just eat them up. The weird thing is I think they're the same. Just watch that video. I think I did a review on that. It's the Trader Joe's versus Aldi's peanut butter cup. If you're into it, you don't have to watch it, but it would help out the channel. You know what really helped me out, though? If you guys would subscribe to the channel, because I'm trying to get to 1,000, and I feel like I've just kind of like hit this hill, and I just can't get up this hill. So if there's anything you guys are looking for, let me know in the comments below, and I'll happily film whatever it is you're, within reason. I'll eat something, but I'm not going to eat anything from the ocean. Or I'm not going to eat roadkill, or I'm not going to eat like a piece of dog shit or something like that. Food. If you can find it at the store, I'll most likely try it for you. Anyway, if you are loving the content I'm creating as much as I love creating the content that you guys are watching, would you please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing, and hitting the little bell icon, because it'll let you know every time I put out a new video. Don't forget to make somebody smile today and make yourself a better person tomorrow than you were today tomorrow. Let's make the world spin a little bit happier and a little bit wackier together. Let's sing and dance in the sun and in the rain as one, my brothers and sisters. Live life to the fullest and love every moment of it, because you just never know when that last moment's going to come for you. However, never live in fear of that moment. Always live in love and never let your inner child die. Take care of yourselves, take care of one another, and take care of those around you who cannot take care of themselves, for they are the ones that need it the most. And if no one has told you today that they love you, the Vodkast loves you very much, just the way you are. All right, guys, do no harm. I'm Geycen Oliveira. This is the Vodkast, and I'll catch you guys a little bit further on down the road. Take care, my friends, and happy adventuring.
Don't go to sleep with a catch it in your pocket.